Hello everybody and welcome to the Sword of Hope. Well, let's get started. And we get started with a wall of text which essentially says that there's a great darkness over kingdom and you gotta stop it. I will say it's a bit more innovative than most of them, seeing as essentially a king becomes evil and pulls out a sword from a painting which summons a dragon. I will say that's unique. I can't think of any other game that has something like that, but offhand. But either way, this game is pretty interesting, for lack of a better term. The main reason why I say that is because it's essentially a mix between a game like Shadowgate and a Dragon Warrior game. It's kind of hard to explain. Okay, at the start of the game, you speak to the person who saved the prince, and he says you need to get the Sword of Hope, and need to visit the three magicians. And he also gives you some basic equipment. Weed'll be your healing item for the meantime. Herbs are for recovering MP. Anyway, I will say this game is pretty interesting. Anyway, these arrows indicate your movement. Black dots are usually where enemies are in front of the arrows. And there's a black dot in front of the area you're trying to move. You'll immediately run into an enemy. Sometimes enemies appear directly after getting on. Getting on to the next area. Arguably the worst combination you can actually fight off the bat would actually be two mobs, because if one of them decides to just poison you right off the bat and you can't deal with it in time, the poison's really going to deteriorate your defense. Anyway, you'll be needing at least 10 experience to actually get to the first, or I should say second level. Sometimes enemies will randomly appear in the middle of battle. Okay, there we go. You do get a fireball spell once you reach level 2, but I would not recommend using it. The main reason why I say that is because of the rather annoying tendency of this game. Some of these spells can actually backfire on you, especially the first fireball. Also, different enemies may actually turn on each other, which I will say is interesting. Anyway, you'll probably want to be, I'd like to say, level 4 before actually continuing on to deal with the first boss. Main reason why I say that is because I suppose it is possible with the first level fireball spell, but if you get really unlucky, it can backfire on you and deal a whole lot of damage, and it doesn't really help that the first boss can usually deal around, I'd like to say at least 8 damage right off the bat, so that's right, getting that advised. Anyway, we should run into enemies right soon. Hopefully you run into more skeletons than anything, because those ones aren't really that bad. It's the poison from the mobs that are really troublesome. Thankfully, this game makes it so that you can't actually be poisoned out on the field. Boy, I'll bet that would be real annoying real quick if you could. Another thing I should mention is that you do actually have a power option in the actual field menu, so you can actually monitor how much more experience you need for leveling up, which I will say is nice. But anyway, we have 23 gold. Please note that items and full healing from the Shaymin actually go up in price as you level up, so be very careful about that. I don't think the armor actually increases in price though. Anyway, we can actually talk to this lady. Say yes. Okay. And you can actually leave, enter back in, and talk to this lady again. And might as well buy one more. Anyway, you can go forward now and open this treasure chest. And get the Spell of Grace. Please note you will be needing this particular spell. I'm more concerned about the moth. Seriously, poison can really take you down fast. I should also mention that this game also has a bad tendency of having a very low range of things. You know, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this during my Dragon Warrior 1 playthrough, but there are certain ranges for certain enemies. For instance, you may get absolutely no gold from these mobs, or possibly up to, I think, the maximum I've seen is 3, maybe, but and you can get anywhere from 1 to 2 experience that I remember, so it's kind of random what you get for each battle. 23. Sometimes multiple enemies will be on the exact same area after battle. Oh yeah, that's nice. I forgot that it went by Dragon Warrior logic, or Final Fantasy logic, where if you aim for something that's already dead, you won't hit anything. And I always recommend saving up the silver armor anyway, because in the next part you're going to have to deal with a lot of difficult things. Anyway, let's go and deal with this tree. You gotta either try hitting it or opening it. As long as you got Fireball 2 and you get a high roll, you shouldn't have any problem taking it down by any more than 2 hits. Okay, get Key M. Okay, one more gold for that, and then probably up to 8 for healing. I'm just dealing with any enemies I see along the way. Anyway, let's talk to the shopkeeper. Buy the armor silver and kind of like Dragon Warrior 1, I believe. It automatically equips you with whatever equipment you most recently got. That's nice. Okay, let's go to the shaman's area, talk to him, and rest. I would highly recommend getting the silver armor, seeing as it's going to help a lot in this area. Anyway, I use the key M. That is for everything except for the elementals. Let's hear. And really that's more or less because they like blowing up in your face whenever you beat them. Anyway, I go to Martello's house, talk to him. Talk to him twice. Please know you will be needing the grace spell to actually do this. Just aim for the moth. I must have been aiming for the skeleton. Anyway, wrong way. Anyway, we can go up and up, and you may run into things like giant bats here, and probably the worst ones being elementals. I really want to recommend fighting these things unless absolutely necessary, because they have a bad tendency of just blowing up on you, dealing around 7 to 10 damage. They're just not worth it. Unless you're dealing with a few giant bats as well. Anyway, make sure you cast the grace spell, and you get a gem. Pretty sure it's a gem, isn't it? Oh, a charm. Yeah, I'd rather not. Well, seeing as I already did that, I may as well. Big bats are arguably the best ones to train on here, seeing as they give good experience and can't actually cast any spells or blow up on you like that. Anyway, after getting the charm, you can go over to Martell again. gives you the Freestar. Yeah, take a look at the pigeon. It tells you to tap on the head lightly, so I don't know, I guess heading things works. Anyway, with this new weapon, you shouldn't have any problem dealing with most things here. I would highly recommend teleporting back to the Shaymin and healing before trying to level up. Come to think of it, I don't think you actually use any MP for teleporting spells. Anyway, arguably the best thing to level up on are the giant bats here. Hopefully they don't have too many elementals surrounding them. I'd like to be at least level 6 because that's when you get your first healing spell. Again, I'd rather not get hit by those elementals, but the attack range is pretty varies quite a bit. I mean, seriously, even the main boss may just hit 1s and to 10s on you, and it's kind of like the first Dragon Warrior boss fight with the Dragon Lord, where sometimes it hits you for around 55, or sometimes it hits you for around 10. It's just sort of random. Speaking of which, there is an organ to the left here. Honestly, it doesn't come into play in any part of the game that I'm aware of, but I'm really not entirely sure what it's for, because I don't think you actually need to use it throughout the entirety of the game, actually. So I'm really not even sure why it's there. I'm sure there's an item you can get or something, but I don't think you even need to activate it. Hopefully there's a set of enemies that appear. There we go. I'm glad it's not an elemental. Once you get to level 6, you get the healing spell. There we go. As well as Fireball Free. Please note that Fireball Free hits all enemies, however it does hit you as well, so be very careful if you're planning on using that. Anyway, once you get to level 6, dealing with the well shouldn't be too big of an issue. And just look at the well, open the lid, and go down. Please know there's quite a few treasure chests that are mimics here, so be very careful about it. But probably the most important thing to do is open this chest. Please note that this boss fight does not occur until you get, I'd like to say you get the egg out of the pigeon. Hopefully it doesn't decide to use an acid attack like it just demonstrated. And please know that you will actually be running into multiple of those enemies all at once in the next area as well, so hopefully you don't just get splattered with a ton of acid, because that seriously takes your health down real quick. I'm pretty sure you can actually run into goblins here as well. Anyway, there is an ivy strand that sort of falls down if you hit the wall. I'll get to that eventually, but first I have to take the doll, which you'll be wanting for the end of the game. Okay, going to have to physically attack. Yeah, something tells me I'm better off training with the giant bats. Okay, let's just exit. You're also going to have to be very careful because I got goblins and elementals are immune to spells here, but there is going to be an enemy called an ape in the next area that will actually reflect your spells, so seriously, don't cast any spells in the next area against the apes. especially Fireball free, because seriously, if you get hit with multiple 20s because of your own attack, and they can deal a substantial amount of damage themselves, it's just a really bad thing. Please note that you can only carry 255 gold at a time. It's unfortunate you can't actually teleport to the shop, but either way, let's go and get some more supplies. Because again, prices for items actually increase as you level up. It used to be 5 for wheat. Oh, well, let's see how much it is now. Yep. Okay, there we go. Got it with free barley, 2 herbs. Okay, well, let's teleport back to Martel and level up to, I'll say level 8. And then continue. Speaking of which, I really should check into how much more until the next level. $18 more. Now let's see here, I'd like to say lightning is one of the spells that the apes can't actually defend against. Right here they only defend against fire spells. let's check out the new lightning attack. Oh yeah, that's right, that lightning one is a random attack. Okay then. Good thing I checked that. $143. Well, that shouldn't take too much longer then, especially seeing as they seem to be giving at least 5 experience each. Yeah, I better make sure I heal. Oh well, I can think of worst grinding sessions. Although I will say that I probably could have beaten Hydewide quite a few times after for the amount of time I'm probably going to take on this game. Anyway, $18 more. Well, a few more giant bats should do it. I really don't like those elementals, they just have a bad tendency of draining your health. Okay, let's teleport back to the shaman. And let's see here, we actually need to go to the gate to the right. And we'll see how we fare against these enemies over here. Anyway, let's use the Chapeau's key. There we go. Anyway, probably the worst enemies in this area are going to be the apes. The Cyclops you can actually just use Fireball too, and you should be able to take them out fairly easily. But the apes are most certainly a lot worse. $26 for a critical hit. Well, that isn't too bad, but let's see. One. Oh boy. Well, at least I can train here for a while. Let's try lightning. I think I don't think the ape can actually defend against lightning. $115. Yep, there we go. I can't wait for lightning level 2. 69 more. Yeah, I should probably just stick to using spells here. Oh well, these ones aren't the ones I'm worried about, it's the slugs in the next area. Because as you saw from the acid, they can really take your HP down real quick, and make sure not to use a fireball on that, that'd be a whoop. I believe Fireball 4 actually attacks all the enemy. Okay, let's heal. Come to think of it, I think there's only 3 stores in the entire game that I can remember. Including one in this next area I will probably be going to in the next episode, seeing as I'm just going to be grinding for the rest of this episode with about 11 minutes left, and one, I believe, at the very end of the game, or near the end anyway. I should also mention that in the first Sword of Hope you don't actually get any sort of companions, which I will say is unfortunate. In the second one you do though. Yeah, but I'm planning on getting at least one more level up, which I think is, oh, well, make that 2 more level ups, seeing as I got 5 to go, and then end this episode. Lightning 2. There we go. And we need 243. That shouldn't be too difficult, especially with a thing like Lightning 2. Oh, lots of enemies, aren't there? Oh, wow, that just is making it quicker for this. $178. Oh, I hate that. Okay, well, I better take care of the ape then. Yeah, I can't really do anything there because we can't even enter the entrance. I'll get to that in the next episode. Right now, though, we don't need to grind to level 10. I really don't mind that spell with the Mage Fire spell. That's really problematic. Yeah, let's just teleport back to the shaman. Cheaper to do it this way than to use an herb. Okay, use the S key again. Key S. And now let's get that way to level 10 before ending this episode. I'll probably run out of MP before I end this episode, actually. I plan on ending it at the Shaymin. Let me tell you, with 52 HP, I'm not really too comfortable about that. About actually going through this next part, because slugs can really take you down real quick. And that one already demonstrated. With its acid attack. Alright, level 10. And I'll just keep going for grinding until I run out of MP. And I'm more concerned about the ape. Oh yes, that's another thing I should mention. Whenever you get a new spell, that sometimes changes the positions of some of the older ones, so make sure you select the right one if you just leveled up. If I can actually find any enemies, that would be nice. again, if it's an egg, make sure you don't accidentally use a fire attack, otherwise they'll turn it back on you. And let me tell you, if it turns it back on you and uses the Beige Fire spell and it hits you, it can deal around 40 damage in just that one turn, so seriously, be very careful about that. $142. There we go. And I have full gold. Well, seeing as I got full gold, I may as well refill on supplies. Which I've only used one weed all this time, haven't I? If I remember correctly, anyway. Anyway, I just fill up on everything. I believe you can keep up to 6 things at a time. And I believe you can actually buy golden armor for 255 in the next area. Anyway, let's teleport to the shaman. Check that real quick. 62, not bad. Okay, I'll just rest here. And I'll end this episode here. That being said, I hope everyone's enjoying this episode, so everybody have a good day.